I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, today we're reading from the book of Daniel, chapter 2. Let's focus on verses 14 through 19. Then Daniel responded with tact and discretion to Arioch, the commander of the king's guards, who had gone out to execute the wise men of Babylon. He asked Arioch, the king's officer, "Why is the decree from the king so harsh?" And then Arioch explained the situation to Daniel. So Daniel went and asked the king to give him some time so that he could give the king the interpretation. And then Daniel went to his house and told his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Notice that among each other, they didn't know each other as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or Belshazzar for that matter. He asked his friends Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah about the matter, urging them to ask the God of heaven for mercy concerning this mystery, so Daniel and his friends would not be killed with the rest of Babylon's wise men. The mystery was then revealed to Daniel in a vision at night, and Daniel praised the God of heaven. Now, in the business management world, there is a saying, maximize your strengths and manage your weaknesses. What does that mean? Well, good leaders understand they can't do everything. And they know the importance of having a good team. They know how to delegate tasks outside of their strengths so that they don't find themselves bogged down doing things that they aren't gifted at. And from this, we can reason that the purpose of community is to make our weaknesses ineffective. And that is, in a healthy community, we only have to operate within our strengths because someone else's strength is covering our weaknesses. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12, though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. And we learned yesterday that Daniel was skilled in interpreting dreams and visions, and this ability was a gift from the Lord. But Daniel was not about to take the Lord's blessing for granted. Knowing that lives were at stake, not just the lives of Hebrews, not just the lives of believers, but also the lives of non-believers. Those magicians and so-called wise men who were Babylonian and they served the king, all of their lives were at stake. And David rallied his 3 friends and he enlisted them to pray on his behalf, cover any weakness that I might have. Daniel was not a lone ranger. He did not simply rely upon his giftedness. Daniel understood the importance of a strong spiritual community and the power of prayer. Daniel knew the problem needed a level of discernment that could only be reached by the counsel of God-seeking men. And so today's passage is also a challenge to us. Do you attempt to face life's trials alone? Perhaps too afraid to share your weaknesses with others? Maybe too proud? Or do you lean into the community of believers that the Lord has given to you? Because of Daniel's willingness to share his situation with other strong believers, the Lord gave him an insight into the humanly impossible. Remember, we may not know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. And Daniel sought the Lord, and the unseeable was plainly revealed. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people just like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.